This is your captain speaking. We are making our final preparations for our flight from Salt Lake City, Utah, direct to Cancun, Mexico. At this time, we want to take a moment to recognize our VIPs aboard this flight because we have Alexander Harris flying with us today for his first time traveling to Mexico. He will be celebrating his 8th birthday with his family while there and is planning on having a lot of fun. As we prepare for takeoff, we want to remind you to keep all your seat backs and tray tables in their full upright and locked position, as we don't want to crash into a hillside in a giant fireball 3 full days from Albuquerque, New Mexico. Please enjoy your in-flight entertainment. We hope you all have a great trip. And this concludes day 1 of our trip. After breakfast, we go to the beach to check out the snorkeling, and you can see that Alex likes to play in the sand. The girls happened to find a little chitin on the rocks, so we took a moment to look at it. Alex likes to play on the slides in the kids' pool. Katya likes it too, but she tended to want to stay with her sister in the larger pool most of the time. All of the fountains in the kids' pool keep that area nice and cool. Dad needed to pick up a hat to cut down on sunscreen usage. Que guapo, no? I think Tanya was a little jealous of the kids having access to slides. She got in trouble for this with a lifeguard later in the trip who said she's too old for the kids' pool. Well, if Tanya's too old, Dad has no business going down these slides. Tanya talked me into it. Here's a pretty good shot of the large pool with the cocoa bar where you can just float up and ask for a beverage. We drank plenty of Coco Locos, as you see Tanya enjoying one here. Non-alcoholic, of course. Walking to dinner, we happened on these baby birds that were blown out of their nest during a short storm that came through. And then there were the iguanas. As many as there were, I can't believe it took us this long to find them. We took a little family picture in the gazebo before taking a family walk down the beach to go check out the dolphinarium. On the way back, we found this big hermit crab and a huge moth in the hallway of our building. I wonder if some of the animals I thought were bats were just moths. Our last stop before bed was a concert at the theater. And of course, some of us can't help but sing along. Wake up really early, cause it's Alex B-Day. Grab your goggles, out the door, go into Xel-Ha today. Before we leave, rub our backs with the bottle of zinc. Cause when we swim at the beach, killin' coral stinks. Girls got pedicures on their toes. Change into our swim clothes, locking up all our phones. Going down 100-foot slides. Do it twice cause it's the best ride. Except when you're swimming dolphins.
That's what you asked on, kiddo.
Don't stop, we'll have fun soon as your breakfast is done. Don't fight, it's not alright. It's hot out in the sunlight. Tick-tock on the clock. Alex party don't stop. No. Don't stop, we'll have fun soon as all your food is gone. Don't fight, it's not alright, it's hot out in the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, Alex party don't stop, no. Oh, 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 ain't got a care in the world, it's our vacation this year. Ain't got no money left in pocket, cause we left it all here. Now the kids are lining up, cause that slide that much faster. But mom stays down on the ground, cause she says it feels safer. I'm talking about everybody getting dunked. Boy, these snorkels all junk. But we could have brought our own snorkel stuff. Now we go until they cook us out, or tired kids shut us down, or tired kids shut us down. Our tired kids, they are down. Don't stop, we'll have fun soon as all your food is gone. Don't fight, it's not alright, it's hot out in the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, Alex party don't stop, no. Oh, 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 don't stop, we'll have fun soon as all your food is gone. Don't fight, it's not alright, it's hot out in the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, Alex party don't stop, no. Oh, 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 oh. We're having fun till you break down. You want that toy, no you have toys. Throw my hands up, you don't need more. You make sad sounds, oh please stop now. We're having fun till you break down. My heart it pounds, my blood pressure it's going up. Throw my hands up, throw my hands up. Now the crying don't stop till I give in. Don't stop, we'll have fun soon as all your food is gone. Don't fight, it's not alright, it's hot out in the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, Alex party don't stop, no. Oh, 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 don't stop, we'll have fun soon as all your food is gone. Don't fight, it's not alright, it's hot out in the sunlight. Tick tock on the clock, Alex party don't stop, no. Oh, 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 oh. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Alex. Happy birthday to you.
Blow, Alexander, blow.
Can you blow it?
Blow, Alexander. Keep blowing it. Blow.
There's a couple more, kiddo. Get them.
One more.
Blow it out. Let's blow it out.
Yay!
Look, they made such a nice thing. They wrote Feliz Cumpleaños. It's in
Feliz
Spanish. That means
cumpleaños.
happy birthday. That night at the theater, they had a men versus women contest. And of course, the women won at the end after the men defeated them in all of the actual contests because, well, or else. That was one of the most epic birthdays I have ever seen. Happy birthday, Alex. Which brings us to day 4, which we had planned as a rest day. And the weather had some plans of its own. There were only 2 short storms, and it was only cloudy for a total of about 2 hours out of the day, so we still got to spend a lot of time playing in the pool. Here's a good shot of the pool area closest to our room. The cloudy and rainy weather actually helped to cool down the pool water, so it actually felt refreshing. I found some time to walk around and explore without the kids and found this little cenote near our hotel lobby. I walked a good way down the beach, and you can see our hotel at the far end of the beach in this picture. We had dinner reservations for one of the fancier restaurants called the Caribe. It It was a nice break from the buffets we had been eating at, and the desserts were really good. After dinner, we decided to try to play in the pool some more until it closed, and we got some good shots of the kids jumping into the water. The pool was basically only 4 feet deep everywhere, so you can't do any real diving at all. The next morning came early as we took a shuttle up to Cancun for our next all-day excursion. There's not much beating around the bush because after spending an hour and a half on a boat, we got to swim with whale sharks. Now this is the tour company's footage that they mixed together of us. I paid $80 for this and I think it was well worth it because it looks great. Tanya is such a good swimmer. All of the kids got compliments on how well they swam out in the open ocean. The water here was over a mile deep. All that little orange stuff you can see in the water is what the whale sharks were eating. They told us that pregnant females come here to gorge themselves on baby tuna from just absolute crazy distances. So this is a really important area for whale sharks and they're very well protected here. These shots give you kind of a crazy idea of how chaotic it was. There's so many people trying to jump in the water and swim with the whale sharks. Fortunately, they're only available to do that for a couple hours a day, and then they have to be left in peace to eat their dinner. Now, this next bit of video is from my own GoPro, and I'll give you a little idea of what it was like for us swimming directly. It takes a moment for the bubbles to settle, but once you find the whale sharks, time just feels like it slows down. And they don't look like they're working hard, but they are moving fast. And so we have to swim hard to keep up with them because they will just disappear if you just sit there. You can see our guide is paying special attention to Alex, making sure he's having a good time getting to swim with a whale shark. So proud of that kid on his 8th birthday out here swimming with whale sharks. You'd really only get a few moments swimming with the whale shark, and then you'd have to jump back in the boat and they'd kind of leapfrog you in front of another one. And we had about 5 different groups on our boat that would take turns jumping in, so you can see other people getting ready. Of course, I had the privilege of swimming with Tanya for every time I got in the water, so I got to fight with her bubbles and kicking me in the chest and stuff like that, like right there. But I still got to get some pretty good shots of whale sharks you'll see here in a moment. That pulsing sound you can hear is probably me just kicking hard to keep up with this whale shark that looks like it's barely moving. I know there's no banana for scale, but these things are absolutely enormous. After each of our groups got 2 or 3 jumps in the water, we all got back in the boat and headed over to Isla Mujeres, where we were going to have lunch and get to snorkel a bit some more. We stopped on the way back because we saw some dolphins. I tried to get a video of them, but I didn't end up capturing them on video. Did they go under the boat? Well, even if I didn't catch them on camera, we did spot some dolphins, and after looking at them for just a few seconds, we continued on our way to Isla Mujeres, where we stopped on a sandbar and we got to snorkel while they were getting ready for lunch. The sandbar where we were swimming was pretty barren, but it did look like a really nice place to come visit. We might have to come back there and visit Isla Mujeres again as part of another vacation. It looked like there's some pretty cool places to snorkel other than just this sandbar. Other than finding a starfish, that was about all we saw there. It looked like a nice place though. The kids got some whale shark toys, but even with those, they were still pretty pooped, and so they slept most of the way back to the hotel. We got back in time to get ourselves cleaned up so that we could go to our dinner reservations at the Santa Fe Steakhouse, which was probably my favorite restaurant. And that concludes that day. Day 6 was another rest day after excursions, and we decided to spend some time exploring the resort, which included stumbling across a double-decker bus that you could ride to get between the different hotels in the complex.
S-I-M-P squirrel.
For real, for real.
Are we stopping at the Falcon? No, we're stopping
Not
at
yet.
the Caribbean.
Yeah, there's the Caribe. And it says Strikers right there. If we got off here, we could probably get in there real fast. We were thinking about trying to go use the bowling alley, but little did we know, but Alex was actually too short to go bowling. I'd never heard of a place with a bowling height limit, but he wasn't allowed to bowl since he's under 48 inches tall. He could go down a 100-foot slide, but he couldn't go bowling. Although, this one seems like its route doesn't go all the way to the palace.
I didn't get a good picture of his top.
Look at that mini golf.
Taupe.
Yeah, it's obviously old.
You think taupe is short for totally dope?
No, taupe means fun.
But I'm sure there's a couple of birds back there.
Oh, yeah, we're going back to the mall.
There we go. I got it.
Yeah, we're going to the mall.
I've done stuff last night. It's really acid.
Makes it We're getting off here.
Hey, that's Las Vegas. We've been there. Alright, let's go. Since Alex couldn't go bowling, we found this fun little game and took turns playing this. The point of it was to try to step on all the blue squares while not stepping on the red squares, and it actually turned out being pretty fun. I don't think it was worth the $40 we spent to be able to play it for, what, 8 rounds? But we still had fun, and it was a nice change of pace. Alright, you can do this, guys. Oh, don't step on the reds, Katya! Alright, Alex. Oh, one more. Oh, Alex, you missed it. Ah. After lunch, we went out and played on this giant chessboard. And then, of course, afterwards, we found our way to the pool. Not sure what Tanya was expecting trying to pick me up, but it was funny. Tanya and I look pretty good together, no? Not too bad. I think someday Alex is going to really enjoy having a mustache. So this was another place where we had to get reservations. This was a Brazilian restaurant, so not too unlike Tucano's, except that not everything on the menu was the churrasco. Still good though. So that brings us to day 7, where we had to get up early again. The tour company would only pick us up from a central hotel, so we had to walk like 15 minutes away to the other hotel. But we did spend a whole lot of time on the bus after that. While on the bus, we got to learn a lot about the Mayan culture and all the different places that they settled around the Yucatan Peninsula. Of course, this is a trip where we're going to see Chichen Itsa and also, I guess, some tequila spots, which according to that sign are the future of the Yucatan. We spent an inordinate amount of time at gift shops. At least we got to learn a little bit about the Mayan culture and calendar and the different symbols, kind of like the zodiac. Finally, we got to Chichen Itza, which we learned was built to just be a giant calendar and was also built on top of 2 other smaller temples, so the Mayans would have had something in common with Russians and their matryoshkas. We got to see a place where they would have a ceremonial competition where 7-player teams would try to get a ball through little holes you see on the wall. It turns out this place was basically depicted in the movie The Road to El Dorado.
Take a look. Opening the chest, that position. Introduce the hand. Taking the heart still, beating. Okay? And then placing that on the idol. Nowadays people, what they place on the idols are coins for good luck. Okay? But take a look how sharp is the stone. Remember the one player holding a dagger, and the other player hold the bottle on one side.
Wow.
And see? So obsidian was the sacrificial stone. So that was a sacred stone to open like a doorway to the other monasteries.
Well, thankfully, we made it to Chichen Itza and weren't sacrificed. Overall, it was a pretty fun little place to visit for the short time we were there. And the iguanas had to make sure we didn't go out of bounds.
And this is a slideshow that I made about Chichen Itza.
After the Mayan temples, it was back on the bus to go to our next stop, which was actually a cenote where we get to swim. We were pretty excited about that, and it was a reason we were spending most of the day in our swimsuits. This cenote was a lot bigger than the one next to our hotel, and definitely deep enough to swim in.
Be careful. Yeah, be careful.
These stairs almost rivaled the sketchiness of the stairs that I went on in Tinipak while I was in the Philippines. But not quite. They were pretty slippery and narrow though, so kind of sketch.
Yeah.
Yeah, if Tanya's going hand over hand, it must be sketchy.
They are. Wow. That's a deep hole.
Honestly, we spent so much time with our feet wet on this trip, I'm surprised we didn't come back with trench foot or something.
Are you gonna
Caught his fish. Ah! Caught his fish.
How did you catch him?
So what do you think?
I think it's cool.
Yeah?
I definitely like all the vines.
That is way cool.
Well, soon enough it was time to get back on the bus and go to our last stop for a tequila tasting in the town of Valladolid. We weren't particularly interested in tequila or silver, and the kids wanted to get some ice cream, so we wandered around the town square trying to find some ice cream. 30 minutes flies by so fast when you don't know where you are going, and suddenly the people around you don't speak English. When we did find a nice ice cream place, it was nice to be able to buy ice cream for the whole family for less than $15. We could tell that every stop on this tour was a tourist trap, and the tour was just funneling us to different gift shops and places where people wanted us to spend money. This was a new experience for us, and after getting to check that off our bucket list, we left the tour guide a tip that I folded up into the shape of a frog. And that marked the end of our last excursion on our trip to Cancun. So on our last full day at the resort, the girls and I decided to take the GoPro out snorkeling. Don't worry, we put all the shells back. We just picked them up to take a good look at them. Back at the ranch, Alex was playing in the pool. The girls and I joined them, of course. play until we got tired and then take a break for lunch, which meant at least going back to the room to dry off. Shoes, let's go.
Okay.
It's breakfast. No, it's lunchtime. Somehow it was so easy to get those confused.
Hide in the closet.
She's in the closet? What's behind door number 1?
There she is.
Not this one. Look how happy she is to take a break and get something to eat. After lunch, we went to the Plaza Mexicana to go take a look at some souvenirs. And then, of course, we had to get ready to get back in the pool. Alright, this took a couple of tries, but the kids and I were able to make a human snowman out of the 4 of us by carefully stacking Alex on top of Katya, who was already sitting on her sister, and then I had to carefully get underneath. Okay, anchor yourself right here, Alex. So push your weight down here as much as you can, and stable yourself here, okay? You're nice and stable. Ready? I'm probably gonna hurt myself. You knocked over the camera, Katya. That brings us to the end of our adventure, and we are all ready to go home. This place was beautiful, and we got to do a lot of really fun things. The greatest part is that we got to do it as a family. There are things about this trip that were difficult, and I won't miss yelling about who is and isn't tired or hungry, but I think we will find that in a few years it will be a lot harder to pull off a trip like this where everybody is together. For now, it is farewell to Mexico. Maybe we'll be back someday, but for now, I think we need to get out of this humidity and back to the dry heat and the tops of the mountains where we belong. No animals were harmed in the making of this video. Some, however, may have wished that we hadn't stared at them for so long, but there isn't really anything that could be helped. They just look so cool and we were excited to see them. Come to think of it, I don't know if all the animals we thought were bats were actually bats. Some of them may have actually been those huge moths that we saw.